Wow, it's time for another show full of tips and ideas from the sales growth leadership expert, Dean Akers. Known for his experience in hyper-growing companies and creating cultures for high-performance teams, here's Dean.
Well, welcome to our 60-second episode. Last week's episode, I got a lot of feedback. As a matter of fact, part about passion is really helping people find their passion. And I think the folks that particular show really helped was people that are kind of stuck in the middle of where they want to go. And I still want to encourage everybody, when you can monetize your passion, you can really have a lot of fun. So this last week, I've been working with different companies and stuff, as you all know that listen in. And it's funny because I've got this deployed in some of my companies now, and it's when I say it to CEOs, they actually go crazy. They look at me like what? Are you crazy? And so today's show is pay your sales team to lose sales. That's right, you heard me correct. Pay your sales team to lose sales. Now, I know you're sitting there going, what? Because every time I share this with people, they go, you've got to be crazy. You can never afford to pay your people to lose sales. Well, there's a couple things I'm going to give you tips on today. If you practice it, you want to email me at dean@adjunctceo.com or dean@deanakers.com. Either one, I'll be happy to answer back or give you a phone call and help you out with this whole process. Because people say, how can this work? And the interesting parts of the process I'm going to share right now, and I've been doing this for years. One is do your people ever say to you, I lost the deal because of price? I can't tell you how many times sales or sales management or owners of companies go, yeah, we're getting hammered in the marketplace. It's competitive. Pricing's tough. You know, my guys are losing. We're trying to be competitive, blah, 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 blah. And I sit there and I go, really? Well, first off, do you actually track lost sales? Do you track your lost sales? And they go, we know we lose sales. I said, that isn't what I ask you. Do you track your lost sales? So you put the company that you quoted, the dollars you quoted, not what other people did, who you lost to, and the date. So you know you lost to ABC, your price was $100,000, and you lost it on April 3rd or whatever. You absolutely, if you're not doing that, start that today. Just stop the podcast right now, go start doing that, and that'll change your world. Because here's what happens. When you truly start tracking your lost sales, you're going to find out, interestingly enough, you're not losing that many. Which you would say, well, that's good news. And I would say to you, no, that's bad news. Because the bad news is there sales happening every day that are transacting that you're not even a participant in. And even worse, when you look at the sales you convert, how many of those are converting where there's actually really no competition? So this whole competitive, I lost because of prices, is kind of a joke. So here's how paying your salespeople to lose sales works. One is you get them on the deal. And oh, by the way, I always raise my prices, and generally anywhere between 15 and 25% above my current list price. I had a CEO the other day go, what? Why would you do that? I said, that way when the sales team comes back to me and say, I lost it because of price, I might half believe them. But I'm still going to pay them for the lost sale. And what's cool for them is they get a commission on a higher sale price. It's kind of a win-win for them. Here's what I've found when you lose sales and your salespeople say they lose it because of price. If you ask your salesperson this question, so you're telling me if all the prices were the same, we would have gotten the transaction. And then if you're a sales manager, CEO, or however role you're is with the salespeople, shut up. Just shut up and see what they say. If they say yes, then you should have gotten the deal. If they say no, then price didn't matter anyway, and your guy probably wasn't deep. So what was funny was when you pay the commission and salespeople are on deals and they're really working deals and you teach them how to build relationships and not lose deals, they really won't lose them. So some guy asked me, he goes, I still don't get it, Dean. I still don't get it. How could you ever propose to pay salespeople a commission on a lost sale? Well, two things. One is get with your CFO. If you need to get a hold of me, it's dean@deanacres.com. We can do the math. When you raise your pricing, raise your prices at 20, 25%. Look at when you lose a sale versus how many you get at that higher price, what the amount of money is for the closures and how much you pay out for the lost sales. You're going to be shocked at you won't pay out more. Actually, you'll pay out less than you would if you were just paying them straight up and they were losing deals. The key here is they start getting more deals. And somebody goes, well, how do you know they're going to close? And I'm going to tell you. Years ago, we raised bird dogs. And our bird dogs were quail dogs, and they would fall out of the womb, a bird dog fall out of the womb. And you've seen this with all kinds of animals. There's instincts. And the minute they fall out of the womb, if there's a bird over in the corner, they automatically kind of get up and point at them. Now, I never grabbed their leg and pointed it at them and say, okay, here, lift your leg up like this and point it. It's just an instinct. And what happens is, believe it or not, people inherently have an instinct to win. Your salespeople have an instinct to win. So what happens is your biggest challenge is they're not even out there hunting. They're not on the deals. They're not losing the deals. So what you want to do, and I told somebody, your sales team are not good enough to lose all the sales. They're not that good, I promise you. And he looks at me in this kind of strange face and goes, wow, not good enough. I don't get it. I said, they're going to get deals. Your biggest challenge when you start looking at deals is that you're not even on transactions. So if you have a 10% market share in your territory and you lose half the deals, that's 20%. That means there's 80% of the transactions happening right now today that you're losing for one reason. You didn't even know about it. That's why I always propose to my teams, let's pay the sales guys on lost sales. Let's take away the fear of the sale and let's get them out there on deals. If they get on deals, they're going to close sales. When you take the pricing fears out of their mind, they actually have no fears at all and they can get right in there. You can go and just get right in there. When you can prove you lost a sale to somebody else, you're golden. So your mission this week is really simple. Your mission this week is to go out and get on deals. If you're in management, it's to meet with your team and have them get on deals, start tracking lost sales, and then pit that against the marketplace. But the mission this week is to go get on some deals and to go out and lose some sales. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Subscribe today to our podcast and send questions or thoughts to help@deanacres.com. Also, visit us at www.deanacres.com to listen to prior shows and view helpful videos. Also, great tips to download. Thanks again. See you next week.